the answers. If we can't, we will tell you, John, we couldn't do it. Please help us, and then you will help us.
Okay, you respond me, then I'll do for you if you want. For example, any
But Jam, you can
answer or
ask
anything.
also other colleagues, other classmates, because maybe they will not prefer that way.
Yes, yes.
Ask them when they come.
Yeah, we can do this. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. They come, then we start the class.
Jam, how many students? How many students have this course? How many students are we doing this course?
I don't know. This is fourth class. I think it is five, seven, eight. I don't know how many. It should be like this, but for this problem, this virus problem, this coronavirus, as you know, some students quit. I don't know, but it is still
Today,
students
today
on
in
the
the
portal.
morning, there were some students who are talking in the group.
Yes,
They asked me when is that when is the class? I told them at 10. They said okay, but
yes.
they are not appearing here. I don't know why.
I don't know either. If they don't come, then I will start. I will wait few minutes more, then I start because I can wait all them. Because when I am starting, it is not easy to somebody say, if it's not easy, admit them to the
Hojam, did
class.
you start the recording?
Yes, yes, because it should be recorded.
Ah,
It
someone
is
came.
requested to record this.
Yes,
Then I will put to the system.
yes. One.
Good morning. Probably she's not hearing us. It's closed for Irene. It's open. We'll wait some more. Start. If the PowerPoint not moving, then you can remind me. Do you understand, Hussein? Yes, Hussein.
It's working, Hojam. It's good.
Okay. I mean, if the slide's not moving, you can remind me.
Okay, okay. I will
And
do.
I will check if I can do anything. Because if it is from the system, then of course I can do anything. But you will tell me if it is okay. Then we go on. Because
Okay, okay, Hojam. Okay.
uh, I think Fatima is also taking this class
I'm not sure,
and
but
taking.
I think she's not taking. Ah, first lecture she was there. First lecture in the online classes.
And in Hatice is also
Khadija,
taking.
she joined us now, I think. Today she was asking in the group when is the time of the class. I told her at 9.
Yes, but they are not attending. I have to wait
Toango,
more.
I
More.
think, is also taking this course. Toango.
Torongo, yes, yes, but they should come. If they don't
Yeah,
come,
I
that's
don't know.
problem.
Let me text them in the group.
Yes,
I will text them in the group. Let me get my phone. Ah,
okay. Because I have to start. I don't have too much time. I have another class at 12. Okay, Tekin is also here. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I wait you and your colleagues until
Okay,
they
thank
come.
you.
2 minutes more, then I will start.
Okay.
Did you do the assignment?
I'm still doing it. I'm gonna send it tonight, probably.
Okay, no problem. Until 10, you have time.
We send it to your email, right?
Yeah, email is better because I can follow some students want to send WhatsApp group. It's not okay. I have to
Şey değil
get
mi?
the
ergin.akalpler@neo.edu
yes.
olur.
No, ergin.akalp yes at neo edu
Tamam.
yes. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to start or wait a little bit more?
Up to you.
Because Hussein told me he's going to communicate with the other students from WhatsApp group. Because I can wait too much. I will wait. Hussein, did you communicate your colleague? Do I have
Toang
to...
is just Toang is answering, and he said I will come now. I think he's coming.
Okay,
Toang.
then I will. Okay, and the other Fatima or
Others
Hatice, I think.
they are not replying in the group.
Okay, then I will start. I will wait one more minute and
Yeah,
start.
Toang, I think he's coming. He's talking to me. He's texting me in the group.
Okay, I will wait.
Just 2 minutes, maybe he will come.
It's okay. I was talking with Hussein about these assignments. If you have any problem or exercise any problem, then you will reply me, then I will answer you. She is coming. She is in. Okay. That's good. Okay. Come, Hussein.
Oh.
Some students trying to come, I think, no, didn't able.
Uh-huh.
Are they able to attend without my permission? I think it is not possible, isn't it?
I guess no.
Yeah. I will wait one more minute and start because it is over. We have 10 minutes. They should learn to come timely. I may late, but they should come because I don't have time. Maximum 5 minutes is enough. Do I have to start? Irene is not talking, I think. Is she coming or shall I have to start?
Hocam,
Yes.
Toang, he's saying I am trying to log to
Açıyor.
join, but no one is letting me him in. No one is letting me in.
I'm already waiting. Why am I have to do something?
I don't know.
Making.
He's saying, can you
Yes.
tell him I'm trying to join, but no one is letting me in. He
I
wrote me
don't know,
this.
but well, but as you know, it's not okay. I'm waiting here for students.
Hocam şey çıktı mı? Accept bilmem kim işte to in yani.
Admission. Evet,
Ha.
ben alıyorum işte ama gelmedi öyle bir şey. Yani gelmeye çalışıyor da kendiliğinden çıkıyor. Bir defa
Allah Allah.
bu
Neyse.
Toanga mı? Kim geliyor dedi? Fatima
Taonga
mı?
herhalde.
Yeah, she tried to attend, but I didn't see her. She just joined and quit quickly because of the system, I think. I wait 1 minute more because we are waiting for her. Why am I to not let? Okay. Okay, then I will start. It's okay because she is probably experiencing problem. Do I have to wait or shall I have to start?
I think we have to jump.
Hmm?
I think
Shall
we
I?
have to start because it's time.
Yeah, she is probably experiencing problem. Okay. You are able to see this slide? Yes? You hear me?
Yes, Hojam.
You are watching these slides?
No, just your face.
Really? Then I have to. Okay. Stop this. Now is okay?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, then I think large screen not okay. Check this. You are seeing this?
No,
Still not. You're
still
not seeing?
not. Not.
Really? You're not seeing the screen?
Yes, I think it's coming. I think it's coming now.
You see?
Yeah, 1 minute when it's loading. I don't. Yeah. Now it's working.
It's
It's working.
working. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, now it's good. Now it's good.
Now is good. As you know, we have started the last lecture elasticity, which is very important in economics, and we are continuing today with this subject, and then we will do some exercises regarding to this topic, and then probably we will do some more extension with this chapter. Elasticity problem, as you know, is very important in economics because it is affecting the supplier and demander decisions as much as possible. If it is elastic or it is inelastic, then it is problem, and it is of course bringing large extension and of course problem to the aggregate demand and aggregate. So what's this? What is this? Okay.
Now, using your computer is not
What is what is this? I don't understand. What is this? You are seeing my slides?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Factors that determine the price elasticity of demand can be, of course, demand tends to be more price elastic when there are good substitutes for the good, and demand tend to be more price elastic when consumer expenditure in that good is large. And demand tend to be less price elastic when consumer consider the good as a necessary or necessity. As you know, elasticity is, of course, can be illustrated with delta Q over delta Y, delta Q over Q divided to the delta P over P, which is, of course, in generally can be represented and calculated. Of course, yeah, it is given with Y and X because the parameters is not directly concentrated to the supply and price or demand and price, but here is of course regarding to the X and Y axis is illustrated dy divided to Y. Y is here is the former price or former data, former year data, and delta X over X then is of course illustrated as the price here, which is not given in this equation. Yes, we have the normal price elasticity for supply also similarly, delta Q over Q divided to the delta P over P. And as I said to you, P and Q here is the former year quantity and former year price. If you don't see the slides, tell me. And
Hojam, we are seeing the slides, but you are not changing the slide. Only one slide is there.
but I'm changing.
Just the one that you read,
Not,
factors that determine price elasticity of demand, the demand trends. Only this slide is showing.
and I have to stop presenting and
Oh.
let's see, you are saying income elasticity of demand. And if I am moving, is it moving?
1 minute. It's
Aynen hocam.
coming.
Şey yapın.
Hareket
Slaytlar
ediyor musun?
Yes, now.
şu an tamamdır.
Moving.
Tamam şu an tamam.
Okay. Sorun değiştiğimiz zaman ekranı duruyor. O yüzden hiç değişmeden devam etmemiz lazım. Income elasticity of demand you are seeing measures degree of shift of demand curve as income changes, as you know.
Sorry, Hojam, excuse me. Hojam,
Yes,
we didn't see
yes.
slide 3 and 4. Can you go back to slide 3 and 4?
3 and 4. This one.
Yes, 3.
This 3 and 4 is this one. You know the elasticity of supply is similarly to the elasticity of demand. Delta QD, delta QS is here, divided to QS, divided, and this will then divide to delta P over P. And here, as I said, to QS and P here is the former year quantity and price. And when you replace this equation to the multiplier effect to show how it is, then delta QS divided to delta P multiplied with P over QS. You have seen this slide? Is okay?
Okay, Hojam, okay.
Okay, income elasticity, as I said to you, is similarly delta QD over delta QD divided to delta I mean the change in income divided to the former year income will be then of course equally represented with delta QD divided delta I is multiplying with I over Q. D here is then I is the former year income and QD is the former year quantity. Cross price elasticity, of course, is also very important because it measures the degree of shift of demand curve when the price of another good changes. When the price of another good is changing, we want to see and calculate the impact or effect of these price changes to the other goods in the market. If we have two goods, let's say any supplement or complement goods like DVD player and DVD is complement, and substitute goods can be as Cadbury to Mars. We will see this in the following classes. Cross elasticity of demand is the measures the percentage change in quantity demanded for a good after the change in price of another good. And it is also represented as change in quantity demanded for good A and change in price for good B will gives us the cross price elasticity. You are following now the slides?
Just income elasticity of demand is there.
You don't see the cross price elasticity?
No, we are not. We can't. We are not seeing.
I don't know why it is stopping again. Income elasticity. You stop income elasticity. You don't see the move now.
Yeah,
Moves
it's not
you don't-
moving. It's not moving.
This is a problem again. No, it should be.
Hocam size zahmet her slaydı değiştirdiğinizde bir kapatıp geri açarsanız takılıyor çünkü bu
You can Yes, you can download the slides also and follow from new Windows, Eden. But I can stop it and upload the slides again because I think there is a problem. It should be okay now. Cross price elasticity. Yes, you are seeing. Probably somebody is attended to class and stop again. I don't know. Is somebody in? You are seeing now the cross price elasticity?
Yes, yes.
Is okay now?
Yes, hocam.
Okay, then cross price elasticity, as I said to you, is the percentage change in quantity demanded for a good after the change in price for another good. Here, the important thing to see if any price change or quantity change in the market will change and affect the other goods market. Therefore, we want to see how the price changes of any good affecting the market structure of the other good in the economy. And it is, of course, very interesting to exercise with supplement, substitution, or complement effects in this direction. Substitute goods will be as cross price elasticity, which is supposed to be replaced with tea and coffee or Mars and Cadbury. Weak substitutes will be replaced or calculated for tea to coffee because, as you know, tea is different than coffee. But if you compare with Nescafe with, let's say, Chibo or other quality or trademark copies, then you will then of course maybe more stronger substitution. As I have given here, Mars and Cadbury is also similar goods and they have higher cross price elasticity regarding to the big substitution between tea and coffee. You are seeing now, or stop again. Are you following this? Do you follow the slides?
Hocam, we have gross elasticity of demand.
Stop again.
Yes.
Oh my God. Then I have to quit and come again for every slide.
Evet.
No, it's very interesting, isn't it? I don't know why it is so. It's not moving. It's moving. Is it moving? This slide is
Hocam
moving.
size zahmet siz slaytları değiştirirken söyleyin. Biz onu şey de yaparız. Bilgisayardan değiştiririz ama öbür türlü değiştirdiğiniz zaman haberimiz olmuyor ya.
Evet. I changed already this slide. I move to the 8, page 8. Is it page 8 now? On?
Yes, hocam.
If I am moving, you are observing this change or you don't?
Yes, now it's okay. Complement goods.
Yes, probably
Change,
something
change.
happens and stop. You don't
Hocam,
have
go,
to.
go
If
to
you
slide
quit
8.
and come, listen, if you quit and come, then it stops. You have to stay online continuously, and this will okay. If somebody quit and come, then it stops. I think this is the problem. I asked the administrator either they told me the people should be continuously follow the lecture. If they quit and come, then it's interrupted. Anyway, we
Hocam,
will
can
see.
you go to 10? Can you go to 10? Let's try. Let's see if it's working.
I am 10. Yes, 10. I am now in 10.
It's
okay?
not changing now. It's not changing. It's not
It's not
changing.
changing.
Yeah.
It's not changing.
Yeah, it's not. Up to now, it's up to 9. We are in 9.
8. You don't see the others.
9. 9.
You don't see.
We still have 9 only. Yes. We are not seeing any other thing.
Okay. Well, this is the problem, I think. If I am moving now, you are seeing. You are seeing probably. Yes.
It's not coming. It's not coming. It's not coming. Yes. Now you are slide 11. 11.
Yes, I'm moving now. Okay, now I'm in 9. Is okay? Is moving.
No, we are stuck in 11.
Stuck on this 11.
Yeah, on 11. 11. 11.
Well, then you have to download your papers and then follow from this.
Yeah,
This is the
give
only
us 2 minutes.
principle.
Give us 2 minutes. Give us 2
Huh?
minutes. We will download.
Okay,
Give
because
us 2 minutes. We will download.
there is a problem in the system. I think it is not because of us. It is the system. It stops. It's stuck on the pages. I don't know why it is so. We can continuously quit and come.
Okay.
This is interesting. I don't understand. Okay, are you able to follow the page 10? The complementary good have negative cross price elasticity. As the price of one good increases, the demand for the second good decreases. This is complementary. And substitute goods have a positive cross price elasticity. As the price of one good increases, the demand for the other good increases. And independent goods have a cross price elasticity 0. As the price of one good increases, the demand for the second good is unchanged. You are able to follow, or it's stuck on the,
Yes, yes.
is in 12 now. You are seeing 12. Substitute goods, a good with a positive cross price elasticity of demand, meaning the good demand is increased when the price of another good increase. And of course, complement, complement and substitute. Substitute, as I said to you, these are the similar goods like Cadbury and Mars, or some tea to coffee, or Turkish coffee, or Turkish coffee to Nescoffee. This is something like this, and complement goods like CD player and CD, and or the car, and of course the seating belt, or some kind of CD for the cars, or similar car telephone. These things are which is supporting and becomes together used in the market is complement. And when we are looking to the coefficient elasticity, of course, coefficient elasticity is parallelly to the elasticity which we exercise, is the percentage change in quantity demanded is divided to the percentage change in prices, which we know in the normal conditions, it is the same. And the first step to find the percentage change is the variable x is supposed to be x new minus x old, will be divided to the x old for the coefficient elasticity. And for example, if we are giving here, if the price increase from, is any problem? You are following this class, these slides also?
It's the
I'm in
10th
the
slide,
4th.
right?
I am on the 14.
Yok, biz onu görürük.
You have to download, as I said to you, because there is a problem with this Google Meet. It's stuck on it. I don't know why.
I downloaded it, but please tell us when you are switching slides so we know.
Huh? I have to tell you the number. I
Yes.
am in now 14. 14.
Hayır. Şu an anladım da yani
After then.
yes, please. Yani,
Okay. Tamam. Yes, in 14, you are seeing the example. If the price increase from $10 to $12, the percentage change as usually defined will be 12 minus 10 divided to 10. Then this is, of course, 2 over 10 will be 20% change is expected. If at the same time the quantity demanded fell from 30 to 20, the percentage change is quantity demanded is of course calculated as 20 minus 30 divided to 30, then will gives us minus 10 divided 30 is then of course minus 33%. And if we're going to divide these two percentage changes on price and quantity, will gives us the coefficient elasticity. As you see, 33 divided to 20 will be then of course minus 1.67, which is higher than 1, and it is of course elastic demand is subjected here in this example. I'm changing to 15. Do you see the 15?
Thank you.
15, you are able to follow, or you are following from your slides? Which side,
Following
which
from my
page you are?
slides. My slides.
Are you seeing my slides also? You don't see which page I am on the screen?
Hocam yok, gözükmüyor. Ben kendi slaytlarımdan takip ediyorum.
Hiçbir
Siz
şey görmüyorsunuz. Nothing you are seeing.
takıldı gitti ya.
Tabii işte bu, anlamadım ki.
Hocam, we are not seeing anything. It's blank.
Now 15 you are seeing.
No.
You are not seeing 15 either.
1 minute. It's loading. 1 minute. Yes.
I don't know, but there is a problem. I think this system exercise problem.
Wait, it's not.
Am I have to change every slide, quit and come to see the 15? You are following now? 15 is okay?
Yes, hocam. Yes, it's okay. 15 we are seeing now.
Okay, as I said to you, we did this. I have given you the example for this. Midpoint formula is supposed to be, because the coefficient elasticity is similar to the normal elasticity, and midpoint formula is of course nu x new minus x alt divided to the average of these two. Then you will then estimate the midpoint, which we are always using for estimating the midpoint formula in the mathematics either. The definition can be as change to the calculation of percentages rather than dividing by the old value of x, it divides by the average value that we define the midpoint, which means x new minus x old divided to the x average. Between this, you sum this x new to x old and divide it 2, then you will get the average. Then you will get this x new minus x old to x average, then will gives you the midpoint estimation. I move to the 16. Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
implementing this straightforward in our previous example, then we can apply to the midpoint formula to see that is almost similar and parallelly estimated as an elasticity. The percentage change in price calculated by the midpoint formula will be 12 minus 10 divided to 11, because 12 plus 10 is 22 divided 2 is 11. Then you get the midpoint. When you are dividing this 12 minus 10 to 11, then you get this 18.2 percentages, which is the, of course, change in price. Then we calculate the quantity in this direction, 20 minus 30. We are calculating the former example, divided to 25, because 20 plus 30 is 50, divided 2 is 25, then is the average estimated. 20 minus 30 divided to 25 will gives us minus 10 divided to 25, then 40 minus 40%. Since the average quantity is 25, then the coefficient elasticity can be calculated by using this midpoint formula, which is estimated minus 40 divided 18.2 is around minus 2, is again near to 1.67, which is 1.70, the former coefficient elasticity that we exercised and found the result is here again minus 2, which is 1, and it is of course elastic demand and elastic region is subjected in this example. The cobweb theorem, you are seeing the slides. I am in the 17, the cobweb. Somebody should reply me if you are seeing the cobweb you are seeing. Hussein, you are the comment interpreter.
Yes, so it's stuck in job and slide 16.
15 again.
16.
16.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm quit and come to the cobweb. I don't know. It's yes.
Hajam,
Yes. Yes.
it's okay. We can follow from our phone and listen from the computer. It's okay. Don't quit. Just explain.
Okay, then you are following your slides. No problem.
Our phones, yes, we can do that.
Okay, then you have downloaded.
You can do
Because
that. You can.
it started and I can do anything. The cobweb theorem, as you know from the international economics, if you got from me, I have exercise for you because cobweb theorem is also helping him for understanding this elasticity problem. The cobweb theorem is depending to the, of course, supply and demand position. If supply is more elastic, it is moving away, and if demand is more elastic, it is approaching to the equilibrium that we are going to exercise in the following slides. The cobweb theorem stems from a simple dynamic model of cyclical demand, which involves time lag, because we are calculating the economy by the time changes. The seasonal deviation of the economy is always helping hand for understanding the effects of this changes. As I said to you, this is usually realized in agricultural sector, which is of course dependent to the seasonal deviation and seasonal production, and it is heavily affected from the price changes. 1 year price increase, then people demand and of course become probably more, and the next year the producer accelerate and increase their production regarding to this demand increase, and probably when the demand is increased in the former year is expected to of course cover this enlarge and increase production. However, sometimes it is the negative or opposite realized, and this higher production or overproduction create problem and become surplus. Therefore, it is mostly affected the agricultural sector, this cobweb, which is of course important example and of course model for explaining the elasticity problem in the economy. It is assumed that the demand for a good is decreasing function of current prices, especially in the economy, in the agricultural sector, and it is supply is an increasing of the last year, as I mentioned to you, the current year price affecting the, of course, producer for creating the next year production or accelerating and of course realizing the next year production depending to this demand capacity or price changes. Therefore, this is of course time taken to produce in the agriculture sector, because planting and harvesting take times, and this is of course affecting the price changes and of course the production capacity regarding to this, of course, production process, and of course the demand which is expected to be increased or sometimes decreased regarding to the price. Especially this has happened, as I mentioned to you, in agricultural sector, and products mostly dependent to the elastic demand, and because of this elastic demand, it sometimes affecting and changing the market structure. As you know, agricultural goods are not very durable, and of course need to be sold in a season which is produced and marketed. And if it is not realized in this direction, if it is the market is less, then you have to reduce the price. And if there is, I mean, the demand market, I'm talking about the demand is less, then you have to reduce the price. And if the demand is more, then you have to increase the prices regarding to these price changes, you are of course affecting and changing the supply and demand and the equilibrium in the market. And this is of course mostly dependent to the position of the supply and of course demand curve. I'm moving to the next. Probably you're not seeing again, but I quit. One more. If any change in the conditions of demand and supply occur, then this will lead to a change in the equilibrium values of price and quantity, as I mentioned too. And if the differences in price changes between first year product prices, which is POP1, and the second year product prices, POP2, is increasingly decreased, then the output and price tend to approach to the equilibrium position. This has also meant that the slope of the demand curve is smaller than the slope of the supply curve, which is illustrated in below given equation. P2 P1 divided to Q1 Q2 is less than POP1 over Q1 Q2, which is the slope of demand is less than slope of supply. And as you see in the graphic in the 21st slide, the demand is supposed to be price elastic because demand is more elastic, and this will then bring the market to the equilibrium. You are observing this page 21, and when we look to the supply side, if the curve is more elastic, the supply curve is more elastic, then the demand curve, absolute slope of supply curve, is less than demand curve, as it is given in the below equation. Then output and price tend to move further away from the equilibrium position, as it is illustrated in the figure 2. The supply is now more elastic, which is more parallel to the x-axis, to the quantity line, this x-axis. Then this will then of course causing the market structure to move away from the equilibrium. And as I said to you, in the former position where the supply is more elastic, is parallel to the Q, parallel to the x-axis, is then of course causing the market structure to approach to the equilibrium because of the seasonal deviation. The price change is moving from PO to P1, then P1 to P2, and P2 to P3, then it goes towards to the equilibrium position. But in the supply side, where it is supply is more elastic in the Cobweb model, you are seeing it page 21 now. Then of course, this is then of course causing the supply, which is elasticity is more than demand, to move away from the equilibrium. And this is then of course means you have to intervene to the market to prevent this move away from the equilibrium, because we want to approach to the equilibrium position in the economy. Otherwise, it's creating problem. And the figure 3, we are illustrating or showing the same elasticity between and supply and demand, that the deviation of price and quantity is equally realized, and it is then of course stable market structure illustrated. Here it is given again this elasticity, which is higher than 1. -1 is of course elastic demand, and lower than 1 then is of course inelastic demand, given for the cross price elasticity that we observe. For the Coke and Pepsi, as you see, the price elasticity of demand is almost similar, because it is a substitute effect realized here, 1.47 to 1.55, but it is of course elastic because you can replace between these two the market product without hesitate. You can buy Coke if you don't find any Pepsi, and you can buy Pepsi if you don't find any Coke. This is then of course substitution effect, and of course complementary effects. As I said to you, the best example, the CD player and CD then can be supported. If you don't have the CD player, then you don't buy CD. This is how it is. And for estimating this demand and supply equation, we are using, of course, this price elasticity for the equilibrium, price and quantity, and information on the past shift of demand and supply curves is, of course, affecting and changing this structure in the market. Price elasticity and equilibrium of this price and quantity again is the choose a general shape of function is either linear or constant elasticity and estimating the parameters of demand and supply using elasticity for bringing the market to the equilibrium. We have to calculate, of course, again the PQ and, of course, the elasticity for estimating this structure. Let's see the example here. This is, of course, linear equation given here. QD is A minus BP, and the elasticity is, of course, minus BQ P over Q. Then, of course, if it is the elasticity here, as we did before, because B is here delta Q over delta P in the demand equation, I am now in the page 26. You are following me? Are you following me?
Hajam, we are in 21.
26.
But we are, huh? 20.
20.
We are in 21.
But you told me you are following from your own slide.
From the from your
Yes, please. From what? Tell me.
From our phone we are following, but from this it's not.
From my slides, you don't follow, or you follow?
Yeah, this one we are not following, but from our phones we are following for you.
It's stuck on it. It's stuck again.
Yeah, now it's 26. From your slides, it's 26 now.
Now 27.
20, yes, 27 now.
Okay, now I'm turn back to 26. I am explaining this example for the elasticity, for understanding the elasticity problem. As I said to this linear demand equation is given A minus BP, and of course the elasticity here is, as I said to you, B is the slope of this curve, and B is also delta Q over delta P, which is used for estimating the elasticity as B minus we are putting for the price elasticity of demand equation. Then, of course, P over Q is the other part of the elasticity. Then we suppose P is 0.7 and Q is 70. Then we are calculating elasticity as minus 55, 0.55, sorry. And notice if the elasticity is minus B, which is B is slope of this QD, is demand curve, then is multiplied with P and P over Q, then will gives us the elasticity. And from this direction, we have the B also by using this equation as minus elasticity multiplied with Q over P will gives us the B either. If you don't have the B, therefore we are using this together for then estimating this Q D in the equation for being able to calculate A and coefficient as we are putting to this example. And B is here given as 55 as I have shown you, because we know the P and Q. And then we have also calculated this A because of this given equation. We put the minus BP to the other side of the equation. Then we calculate A as 108.5. Then we have the equation for demand as 108.5 minus 55 multiplied with P is the equation. Then we go further to the page 2017, the elasticity demand curve for finding the coefficient, continuing. Then we have the P is 0.70 as we have here given in page 26, and Q is 70 and the elasticity is minus 0.55. Then of course, as I mentioned to you, QD is the A multiplied with P. Then A is equal to QP minus elasticity. Of course, the power of elasticity can be used as equations power. Then A then will be estimated 70 multiplied 0.70 power of 0.55 then is equal to 57.53. Then we have then of course the QD as a result of this estimation 57.53 P power minus 55. This is how it is going to be estimated when we have the PowerPoint equations in the demand curve. And then we are illustrating this as a linear equation. As you know, the demand curve is inversely proportional and related to the price between quantity. Then we have then, of course, nonlinear, the price and quantity, which constant elasticity for the demand is subjected. Then we put this here together with linear demand curve. Then you are observing these intersection points where we are having for this example. We use this information for demand and supply again, and shift in the supply curve reveals the slope of the demand curve, as I mentioned to you, and shift in the demand curve reveals the slope of the supply curve. And when we are putting this old and new equilibrium on the same, then we have the equilibrium points, which is on the same line or same linear demand curve. If QD is, as I mentioned to you before, A minus BP, then B is, of course, delta Q over delta P, which is the slope of this curve. Q2 minus Q1 is divided to P2 minus P1, will gives us the slope of this curve, and also used for the elasticity estimation with this multiply P over Q. And A is equal to Q1 minus B, BP, sorry, then A is then of course coefficient of this equation, and you are using this for estimating this curve's intercept. And when we are putting this to the graphic for finding the equilibrium position, we are having this market demand and market supply together. Then the new supply is supposed to be shifted to the left side and becomes, of course, higher results of these price changes. And of course, quantity demanded is, of course, reduced, and the welfare is also reduced in this illustration. For the shift in the supply curve, we require the demand curve, which does not shift, as I said to you. As you see, it is realized here. Then the new equilibrium is realized at P2, where the supply and demand curve bilaterally shifted and create new equilibrium for this example for realizing the similar quantity of the former graphic. When we summarize this, we have, of course, the simple microeconomic model for supply and demand in this lecture. We have the elasticity problem illustrated and introduced to you with the midpoint formula with coefficient elasticities, and we have, of course, the elasticity changes regarding to the market definition for the commodity, for the geography, for the time being, which is, of course, very heavily affecting, as we introduced to you with the cobweb. And elasticity is a very general concept, and it is enveloped to the calculations estimating demand and supply from own price elasticity and equilibrium price and quantity, and estimating demand and supply from information on past shifts, assuming that only a single curve shifts at a time is realized. Okay, then I stop here. If you have any question, I am ready to discuss with you. If you don't, then we stop this. Do you have any question for this presentation, or do you have anything to ask me? I will put you the assignment again to the system. Do you have any question?
John, which slide did you stop?
42.
42. John, can we see please the one that you stopped, because you want to compare the one that you have or the one that we have?
You don't have the...
I think they are not same.
They are not same. Probably
Let me
you download the wrong one. You download the wrong one, probably.
Maybe.
Because I am upgrading continuously the slides. You should download today. Did you download today? This is the slide, the last slide. This is the slide that we downloaded. Is it the same?
Let me see.
If not, then you have to download the same one.
Hocam,
Yes.
we have chapter 2.2 supply demand elasticity and chapter 2.1 Suli demand elasticity. Which one is this one?
You
The
should
first one?
download today. I put today new PowerPoint for this lecture. Sometimes I'm changing some parts.
So which one is this one, Hocam? Can you tell us?
Today, I put today. You should download today's PowerPoint file.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
It is not same.
Yeah, even this, the one that you put today here and this one is not same.
I don't know.
You can ask other students if it's same.
Huh? How many pages you have?
1 minute. I just quit because I want to see the other one.
This is chapter 2. Chapter 2 to second part of this.
Chapter 2.2, right?
Yes.
Okay, Hojam, I have the same one, but the problem is when it comes to diagrams, it will change. It's different.
Which diagram you mean? Which page?
Mine is not showing the pages because I'm using from phone. Let me go to the computer now.
I can upload today. Once again, probably there is a problem. I don't know what is it. Probably you are wrong. Which subject you are downloading? I can quit.
I have chapter 2.2 supply and demand and elasticity. That one I have.
But when did you download this?
Now.
When did you download it?
Now, Hojam, when we were starting the class.
Well, I don't know, but it should be the same because I have the same file. I will upload once again. Probably there is a problem. I don't know what is it. What's the problem is it?
Can you go to page 30? Can you go to page 30?
30.
It's like 30. Yes, 30.
30 is example. Is it same?
Yes.
There is a graphic. You see the graphic now.
Yes, from that graph it will change. The graph that you have and the one that we have is not same.
You don't have this.
Yeah, we don't have it. Now you are not changing anything. You are stuck in slide 42.
When I go down, it goes or it stop. Now I'm in Cobweb 21.
Ajam, you can upload also this one maybe. That's the only solution, I think.
Okay, I will upload today, then this, then we will see what we can do, okay?
Okay,
Because
Ajam,
probably,
okay.
I don't know, this system is very bad, I think, because these slides either not moving, you understand? And I asked them, they told me because too much people.
Ajam,
Yes.
At 42, we have the same thing. But the problem is when it comes to diagrams, the ones that you have and the ones that we have, they are different.
It's interesting. I will check it, okay?
Okay, Ajam.
Okay, then I will stop today. Then on
Did we finish this?
Wednesday, we have another class. If
Ajam,
you have any question, yes.
Did we finish this chapter?
Let me.
Did we finish this chapter?
Yes, we will start next Wednesday the utility and consumer choices. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Then see you then.
See you, sir.
If you have any question, you will communicate with me.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
معلمات ده علينا كاب